Guys, this is it. We've been through 2 years of redoing the engine and body work, and now it's finally time to reveal Carl's paint color and get my car painted. Hi guys, welcome back to Ellie's garage where my dad and I are restoring a 1965 Ford Falcon to become my daily driver. But we've never done this before, so no more messing around. We're going back to last week where we were at FinishMaster's mixing my paint.
Your formula is under the can.
Amazing.
The label goes on top. All right, we're gonna throw her on the shaker.
Okay, I'm with Miss Debbie, who kindly let me come back here to watch my paint being mixed, and now I'm going to see my color for the very first time. Oh my gosh! It's exactly what I wanted! Okay guys, this is my color, Neptune Green. I'm so excited to not only have this color being painted on my car, but also to share it with y'all. This color is also in memory of my grandfather who passed away 8 years ago. He would have loved this project because he used to work on cars and planes and did it as his job, and he would have been here every weekend helping us do this. But he used to have an old barber chair in his house that was basically the same color, so in memory of him, I decided to paint my car this. So that's the color. Now let's get Carl painted. If you haven't seen last week's episode, Dad and I are working with Mr. Ed, who has donated his time and his backyard painting booth to help us paint Carl. Okay guys, it is paint day. I am so incredibly excited, yet so nervous about painting my car. I have been waiting for this day for 2 years, but it almost could wait a little bit because I'm super nervous.
You're gonna be okay, let's do it.
First, it was time to spray Carl off one last time. Then I needed some practice spraying. So Mr. Ed filled the paint gun with grease and wax remover so that I could practice spraying the gun since we had to wipe Carl down anyway. But before long, we were done cleaning and Carl was ready to paint. Some of the places that I just couldn't reach because, let's be honest, I'm pretty short. So, once Mr. Ed had painted those spots, he handed the gun to me and it was time to spray my first stripe of color. Nervous and kind of figuring out as I went along, but Mr. Ed told me that this coat was super light and you really couldn't mess it up. That was awesome! I love the color! Isn't it pretty? So cool! It's so much fun, and I love the color that I picked.
Now this next coat, that right there was you're tying your first coat. You're gonna slow down a little bit more, and nice and even scrubs, and you're good.
Before I knew it, the flash time had passed, and it was time to paint Carl's second and third coats of base color. liked working with Mr. Ed. Even though it was hard to hear him at times, he was able to give me different tips about how far to stay away from to hold the gun, how far to go, and where to overlap the paint.
It's just what I wanted. Okay, so we finished painting the color, which was really cool, and I got to help, which was awesome. So Mr. Ed is gonna go in and shoot the clear now, but I'm not allowed to be in there with him because that's like the pivotal thing, and he's not even gonna come out while he's doing the clear, so he's gonna be in there for hours. So thank you so much, Mr. Ed.
You're more than welcome.
So this is gonna be so cool. Guys, he did exactly what he said he would do. He sprayed 3 full layers of clear on the car and never left the booth once, just to make sure dust didn't get in. Mr. Ed would spray the clear, sit down and wait for it to flash for another 25 minutes, and then do it all over again. Next day we came back and got to see Carl all painted and dry, and then it was time to get Carl unwrapped.
Alright, Miss Ellie, do not touch the car. All you gotta do is turn around and put down the tape.
Isn't that taking so fun?
Carl is painted. I really love this color, and the more we painted it, the more I loved it, and I really hope you guys did too. And next week, we'll be painting the hood, fenders, doors, and everything else to make sure that Carl is all painted and ready to go. Special thank you to Mr. Ed Martin, who taught me basically how to paint. And he did not need to do this. He donated his time, and we are very grateful for him for doing that. So thank you, Mr. Ed. But for now, what I'm taking out of the garage is my Neptune Green Falcon. Special thanks as always to my executive producers, Drew Carter and Kevin and Julia. Thanks for watching, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time in the garage.